Buffett earns $25,694 each minute. That is, by the time this video ends, Buffett will have earned at least $130,000. This would be the same for almost all millionaires. But how did a newspaper boy in America arrive at such a position? What would be the actual secret behind it? Warren Buffett was born at a place called Omaha, in America, in 1930. His birth was during America's Great Depression. Maybe this was the reason why he understood the value of money from such a young age itself. In the worst financial crisis in the history of the world, Buffett and his family lost all their savings. When Warren's parents came for taking money for Warren's birthday celebrations, they saw that the bank was closed. Several people were protesting in front of the bank as well. When they contacted the bank, they were told that the bank was not able to open at the moment. Can you believe if such a situation happened here? Now imagine the lives of those who had to actually go through it. In any case, they knew they had to admit the fact that Warren Buffett's family was left behind by the recession. But Warren's father was not ready to be defeated. He took on any job he could find, not paying attention to his self-respect or educational qualifications. Buffett grew up watching his mother, who starved herself to feed his father, who came tired and hungry from work. For this reason, Buffett often shared his plate with his mother. Once, while eating dinner, Buffett told to himself, "I will become a millionaire when I'm 35. If not, I will jump from the tallest building of Omaha and end my life." Buffett was an expert at mathematics from an early age. He paid special attention to patterns. Buffett liked noting the numbers of the cars that passed him during the day and then finding out the repeating numbers after writing them down in order. Another hobby of his was collecting the caps of soda bottles that were laying around in the bar and then finding out which brand sold the highest. Later, hobbies like these influenced many of the things Buffett implemented in his life. When he was 13, he started to work as a newspaper boy. At the same time, he felt that he could make more profit if he expanded his business. Soon, he started to sell magazines along with newspapers, and so he started to earn $175 by the end of each month. You should remember that $150 back then amounted to $300 today. When he became 15 years old, he had a hefty sum of money in his hands, which he used to buy a farm in Nebraska. He also appointed a helper. He used the income from the farm to get a degree in Bachelor of Science from the University of Nebraska. Following this, he joined the Columbia School of Business. His study was under Benjamin Graham, the investment legend. Buffett was not ready to abandon his habit of saving, even during his degree years. Instead of wasting money by staying in private hostels, he studied by staying at YMCA hostels. It was a time when the gaming industry was growing. At a time when there were no smartphones, PlayStations were the ones that provided games. Pinball was a popular game back then. He invested a part of his savings in manufacturing pinball game stations. Thus, during his degree years, his business branched into yet another new field. After acquiring his degree from Columbia Business School, he returned back to Omaha. Later, he learned public speaking along with studying investing in Nebraska. In 1954, his old teacher Benjamin gave him a job as a salesman and security analyst. In 1956, he bought a home for his wife and children. His savings then was $174,000. Realizing that he had more than enough money to live his life, he decided to leave his job. He understood that he had to work harder to achieve his dream and started the company Buffett Partnership Limited. It was an investing company. He first bought the shares of a mill company, but at the beginning itself, the company began to lose. Then again, a confident Buffett bought all shares of that company, fired the CEO, and took his place. With clear planning, he rebuilt the company, which had started to lean towards loss. At his 30th age, 5 years before his expected year, his company crossed the net worth of $1 million. Without losing his vigor, he extended his business towards areas like media and insurance. He bought the shares of giants like Exxon and Gecko. Soon, Due to favorable changes in the stock market, his income turned to $650 million. In 1998, he bought the shares of Coca-Cola as well. He met his goal there as well. Today, he is one of the richest in the world. He says that he feels happy when he thinks about those times. He regards his struggles as the inspiration for his position today.